Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serene and today's video is all about Tati Beauty. I was very honored and excited to receive this in the mail literally today, and I could not get home fast enough to swatch it all and play with it and give you my initial first impression review on Tati Beauty Volume 1. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts, the design, the packaging, the colors. I'm going to swatch everything for you using my fingers. I'm also going to do a row of swatches of each formulation using a brush. And then I'm also going to show you how I created this very easy look and how the shadows actually apply on your skin. With someone who relatively does pretty basic makeup, myself, how you might find it work for yourself at home. Let's get started. Now, I received my palette in this beautiful book because this is going to be volume 1, so that gives me a clue that it's one of many. I have this lovely handwritten note from Tati, and yes, she did send this to me. Yes, I do love her a lot, but I am going to give you my honest opinion, which I for sure know that's what she wants me to do for you guys and for her. Here's the palette. I watched the reveal video that went up, I think, at the end of last week, and then I've been watching her stories and everything, but I have to tell you, when you see this palette in person, you're gonna be amazed. Initially, you're like, okay, this is like a normal kind of like nice heavy-duty cardboard palette. What I like about this is that it is thin, it is compact, there's no excess packaging, there's no excessive, unnecessary heavy weight to it, but it's still nice and sturdy. I like that it's not overly busy because I personally like things to look very chic, very minimal, and let everything else kind of like pair well with itself. I like this gold Tati Beauty, and then very modestly over here on the corner, volume 1. Very simple, very chic, very minimalist. Now, my one thing about this packaging is immediately, I've had it for a day. I'm relatively a clean person, but it is gonna get worn. It's gonna get dirty, and it just means it's gonna be loved, but it is not gonna maintain its like beautiful matte chicness for long if you're going to be using this palette day in, day out. It is one of those things that's going to start to get fingerprints and get shadow on it. I'm sure you can clean it off, wipe it off, but just be aware of that. That is something that will happen with this palette, with this packaging. Now, what I was very happy about is this incredible mirror. This mirror is absolutely the entire size of one side of this palette. She did not skimp out on the size of this mirror. She also did not skimp out on the quality of this mirror. Now, a lot of eyeshadow palettes with the mirror, they have like all this weird design, and then when I'm trying to look at myself, I'm like, I can't see myself because all I see is the design, or I can't get my whole face in the mirror. I can get my entire face in the mirror, I can bring the mirror close to do detailed work, and I can also pull back and see what my entire face looks like. So appreciate this aspect of it. More importantly, this mirror quality is true to life. A lot of times with cardboard packaging and with palettes, the mirrors suck. Forget about the designs, forget about the view. The mirror itself, the quality is cheap and you look distorted. This mirror, it's phenomenal. The quality of this mirror is exactly what I see in my makeup mirror without the light, because I do have a lighted makeup mirror. I actually like doing my makeup using this mirror because I can pull it close, I can pull it out. There's no weird magnification, there's no weird distortion, there's no weird coloring. It's beautiful. Clearly this mirror is very well thought out. And then of course you've got the eyeshadows. It's very clear. You've got the rows of different formulations and textures, and then you've got a story. The first row, which is glitter, second row is metallic, third row is sequin, fourth row is matte. So this is going to go all the way across, and then you've got memory, ritual, story, soothe, aura, and poet. This is a very neutrals palette, which is totally my jam. And it also is very Tati. When I think of Tati, while she does play with color and she does play a lot with different makeup, if you were to create a palette and be Tati, this would be it. She truly put herself in a palette, but also made it very wearable for those of us who are not her. And what I want to say is this first row is Tati. I think refined, elevated glitter when I think of Tati. She has very beautiful basics and chic pieces, and then she's got that splash of glitter. So this glitter row is the essence of Tati, I feel like. The way these glitters perform, it's beautiful. I barely have to touch them and they will transfer over to my fingers. My personal recommendation when using glitters in general is using your fingers to pat it onto the area. You're gonna have more control, you're gonna be able to get more glitter to eye or to face versus a brush, or you can use a silicone applicator. But definitely my favorite way is my ring finger. It's also the way I've seen Tati use glitter, and I think it's intended to be used that way. I have no issues with the glitter. I have no issues with the glitter falling out once I've set it, meaning once I've pressed it into my eyelid, it doesn't really have any fallout. The only fallout is if I go back in with a brush and kind of kick it around. Not really an issue whatsoever. I love that the glitter transfers beautifully onto the eyelid. I love how pigmented the glitter is, how even the glitter distributes, and I'm gonna just show you, like, I'm barely pressing on this and I'm getting so much over onto my hand. This row of glitters, while it's very glittery and very loud, it's also very refined and elevated. It's grown-up glitter, which I love. I love grown-up glitter. I want to play with glitter. I want to be glittery, but I don't want to feel like I'm back in middle school, back in the day when we did not have YouTube, when we did not have the refined glitters we have now, and I was using craft glue, or the equivalent to craft glue. This is very elevated glitter, very beautiful, and very evenly swatched, evenly distributed glitter. And we move into the metallic row, which I think is very beautiful. I again would say that either using a flat, dense, packed brush to apply the metallic, or for total control, using your finger and then blending it out with a brush is your best way of playing with this metallic shade range. And again, very Tati-esque. One of my favorite shades is the metallic row in the Aura line, and it's so beautiful. I could wear this all over my eyelid and just feel like an angel. Really, really beautiful, almost like a duochrome, metallic-y, buttery pigmentation. And again, what I love about this is that it blends really seamlessly. You can apply it and you can apply too much and be like, ooh, let me see if I can blend that out, and it will blend out. It will blend out beautifully. You can also build it up and make it really, really pigmented, really strong. It's all in the tool that you use and your preference and how you like to apply your makeup, which makes it very versatile. Then we've got the sequins row, and this one is very like a traditional shimmer, I feel like. And again, really, really beautiful. It's almost matte, but then you like turn and you're like, ooh, but it changes and there's a sheen to it, which I like. I like that because you can use these in your crease and you can use it all over the lid, and it'll give it a little more dimension because it has that, like, in the light it changes a little bit, but you've got that core almost matte base to it. And then the final row is going to be a row of mattes, and these mattes are killer. When you swatch these with your fingers, you might be like, okay, they're good, they're okay, let's see how they wear. These perform better than they swatch. I kid you not, this matte black is the best matte black I have ever tried. I was not going to say that based on my swatch, but then when I went in to create my winged liner, best freaking black, matte black eyeshadow I've ever played with. It is incredibly pigmented. It does not fall out and kick black everywhere all over my face. It was really, like, I was able to get a really nice defined wing without much effort. I was thinking I was going to do a soft wing because who knows what's going to happen with a matte black eyeshadow with no liquid, no Fix Plus, nothing. I just went in with an angled brush, and it's impressive. It is impressive. The rest of the mattes all performed very well as well. They're pigmented, they're buildable in pigmentation, you can blend them out easily. A lot of times I find when matte shadows swatch well, they don't blend well. These swatch pretty okay and they blend better than they swatch, which I prefer. You know, at the end of the day, it's pretty to do a nice swatch, but I want them to work, and they work. In essence, this palette has 4 different types of eyeshadow finishes and textures, and then you're going to get 6 rows on top of that. You're gonna get 24 eyeshadows in total. Now, I did mention that when I look at this palette, I think of Tati, but more importantly, when I look at this palette, I think of the possibilities I can use this palette for, because if you guys watch my channel, you know I am very neutral. I am very basic when it comes to colors. I don't play a ton with eyeshadows in terms of colors. In fact, I pretty much stick to neutrals. But what this palette gives me is not just my neutrals, but it also gives me my plums, my smoky, my navy grays, and my shimmers, and my glitters. I love amping up my eyeshadow with a glitter or a shimmer or a metallic, and this gives me those options. I can see myself reaching for this palette more than all the other palettes that I currently have, mainly because it is literally the most easy to mix and blend and play with and create all these different looks. They're so versatile, so wearable, and fun. I love that it's a neutrals palette with fun infused into it with the metallics and the glitters. The row of glitters is really just absolutely killer and stunning, and I love how wearable everything still is, and I can travel with it because she thought about that and she made it very thin and compact and just very, very well thought out. And you can definitely, you know, I think this is probably one of the most like the person palette I've ever seen. I have nothing bad to say about this palette because it's really that good. The only thing I could say would be I don't like having my fingerprints all over the palette, but hey, I could take a little cloth and wipe it off if it really bothers me that much. It's really good. It's not going to prevent me from using this palette. It wouldn't prevent me from buying this palette. I mean, the mirror alone negates anything bad about the matte packaging because of my fingers. And maybe I should just like have less grimy fingers. I don't know. Okay, so I am going to play all of the footage of the swatches now. I know I inserted some for you guys, but I wanted to make sure you get a good view of the swatches. The swatches were done in natural light so that you can see what the shadows look like as close to real life as possible.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane, and as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy we go, easy, easy on our tiptoes,
now that I've shown you the swatches in natural light, I wanted to show you how the eyeshadows apply. To start off, I'm gonna go in with this matte Aura row all over the lid as a base. It's a great base shadow. It's matte, it's pigmented, it's buildable. It covered any of the veininess, any of the discoloration that I wanted covered to create a nice base for the rest of the shadows. Pretty easy and effortless to blend so far, especially for a matte, and I'm really happy with the color payoff with what I was expecting. So now I'm gonna go in with my crease shade, and I'm going to use the Soothe row in the matte line. This is blending really well for a matte. I think matte shadows are one of the hardest formulations to create, not only in terms of color payoff, pigmentation, but also smoothness and blendability. And I haven't really done an eyeshadow look in a while. This is really effortless for me, which isn't always the case. I am not a professional makeup artist. I do not blend easily or well. And it's been a while since I've done like a true eyeshadow look, especially on camera. There's a difference. So I'm pretty impressed right now, especially since my eyelids tend to catch color right around here in a choppy way. And this is blending out pretty nicely. So I am gonna use this gorgeous beauty from the glitter line, and it's the Soothe row. What I like to do is use my fingers, and just this glitter picks up so easily and effortlessly. Like, I barely touched these pans and I'm shocked. So I'm gonna just tap and kind of press on the areas I want it. I love all this glitter. Oh my god, I'm just like, look at that sparkle. It's so pretty. I definitely want to deepen up my crease a little bit more and add more pizzazz. I just got a little, like, I wanted to get into the glitter. I am gonna go in with the Sequins line and the Ritual row. And with the Sequins line and the Aura row for my brow bone. Add a little pop of color, I thought I would go in with the matte line and the Stories row. I'm gonna line my lower lash line with my And She Was from Ilia. I'm gonna go back in with the glitter just to kind of spruce it up a little more, because I did blend some of it out of the way. I'm gonna use the Sequins line with the Story row for my lower lash line. I have lash extensions. I thought it'd be really nice to use this matte black in the Memory line to do a soft wing line. This matte black, it works better than it swatches. This is so effortless to create that black line. Like, wow. This is probably the best matte black eyeshadow I have tried ever. Yeah, the swatches I showed you did not do it justice. For my inner corner, I'm going to use this gorgeous shade, which I am dying to use. This is the Aura Row in the metallic line, and I could wear this on its own for every day. And then just to finish off my eye look, which I'm so happy with, I am going to apply a little lower lash mascara. I'm really, really happy with this palette. It's so cool. I hope I was able to help answer any of the questions you may have had regarding Tati Beauty and this eyeshadow palette. I know that I was very curious and excited about it, and I am happy to report it met all of my expectations I would have for a cosmetics line, especially an eyeshadow palette coming from Tati. And I can't wait to keep playing with this palette and update you guys further in my other videos, but I know that it's launching this week, so I wanted to make sure I had my swatches and review up for you guys. And thank you so much to Tati and James for sending me this palette, allowing me to be one of the first people to really test it out and give my review on it. They did not ask me to make this video. I don't even know if they know I'm gonna make this video, but I was really excited to get it out there because, you know, Tati coming out with makeup, like, that's exciting. All that market research really paid off when it came down to creating a palette that not only was very much Tati, but also up to the standards of Tati and very well thought out for the rest of us as well. So until next time, I'll see you guys right back here. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in one of my next videos. Bye!